In today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing a brand new gaming phone. So earlier this year, we checked out the Redmagic 6. This is the Redmagic 6R, and the R actually stands for racing. Now, a massive thank you to Redmagic and Nubia for sending this out to me. There'll be a couple of links down below as to where you can check this out for yourself. I'm hearing some really good things about this, so let's get it open. I have my trusty samurai knife right here. Let's get this thing popped open. We're just gonna do... Oh, that's satisfying to do. Let's get this thing open and see what it's all about. So I'm hearing that this thing is a lot thinner compared to some of the previous models. Now, something that Redmagic have always done pretty well is the design for gaming. Let's get this open. So I imagine it's going to come with very similar things as to the previous model had. We'll start off with what is inside of here. Let's get this open. So we have this, I'm guessing, for your SIM card. And they always give you a clear case. It's nothing more annoying than getting a new phone and worrying about it being scratched. So a big fan of getting this as well. We'll put this on the phone and see what it's like. But this, obviously for the camera area, is a lot bigger compared to the previous ones that I can remember. We'll put that to the side. You obviously have your standard things inside of here. The manual guide on how certain things are going to work. Next up, the phone itself. These phones are absolutely huge, by the way. Now, this is a lot better of a design. This is incredibly thin compared to their previous models. Big fan of this. I'm going to go grab the other phone and just do a little bit of a comparison test. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a comparison. So this is the one they sent me earlier on this year, and this is the new one that we're going to be checking out. Now, in terms of size comparison here, you can see that the 6R is slightly smaller, slightly on the smaller side. Now, let me just take both of these out of the wrapper and do a little bit more of a comparison test here. One thing that is pretty crazy when it comes to the Redmagic is like the back. There's a lot going on. Kind of looks like something from sci-fi. I think they've massively improved this on their newer models. So let's check this out for the first time and see what's going on. It kind of now can be played as like your standard phone is probably the best way to explain this. The cameras, let's have a little look at the cameras on this one. So there's a lot more going on. They're definitely pushing a market to make it like, I don't know, a standard phone rather than just a gaming phone. But at the same time, it's still a gaming phone. Now, I want to say it's a lot thinner, but it definitely is. This one kind of has like an ovally shape at the back, which makes it a lot big and bulky. Meanwhile, with the other one, which has now managed to go back inside of its case, it's less on the oval side, in my opinion. It's a lot cleaner on the back as well. I'm a big fan of how it looks on the back. There's a lot going on there with the camera as well. There's a lot of different lenses that I can see. Does it still consist of the triggers? It does still consist of the triggers. You can probably, I don't know if you can see them there, but these and this, a big part of this is the triggers, but they're less looking just like triggers, and they're looking, I don't know, a lot more blended into the phone. Meanwhile, if we grab the other ones, they're, again, a lot easier to tell. I kind of like this design a little bit more, if I'm honest with you. But again, if you were wanting to have a gaming phone, but still go for the approach of an ordinary phone, I'm a huge fan of this. Other things inside of here, again, just your standard charging cable. Something I've been a big fan about this is, again, it's not the cheap kind of charging thing. It's not going to break incredibly easy. We have the double pins. I'm in the UK, so I'm going to have to get an extra port in order to charge this thing. And then this is clearly going to be for your headphones. Jack at the bottom, headphones inside of there. And I don't think there's anything else inside of there. So last time we were given like a heating pad for the back of this phone. It doesn't seem that. The newer phone, being this one, has that. So you probably can't see the small print, but this is the 5G mobile phone. This is black, 8 GB plus 128. It's the small print. The beautiful Redmagic logo when you boot it up, of course. Powered by Android, so on the side, power button, These are volume buttons, and like I said, these at the bottom and the top are triggers. Your standard terms of service, again, feel free to read these if you were into that kind of thing. Honestly, scroll to the bottom and you're simply accepting. And then you've got United States English. I'm in the UK, but I guess I'm just going to have to go with this one. And you've got start, and then obviously connect to internet, etc. We'll skip that for now. Find my Wi-Fi. So I went through all the details of booting it up and what's available. Again, your standard Android system comes with a pretty cool background, to be honest with you. And of course, you can just like slip this into the case, which again, I'm a big fan of phones coming with cases. More phones need to do this, so that is definitely a thumbs up from me. I'm kind of curious on the camera though. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see too much here straight away, but you've got... What have you got here? So you've got 10... Oh, wow, you can really see the details on my wall there. You've got 5 times, 3 times, and you've got 1 times there as well. Again, incredibly impressed. Incredibly impressed. You can literally see every single, I don't know, dent in the wall. Camera comes with a couple of settings. You've got camera, family, you've got pro, you've got photo, video, night, and portrait as well. So a couple of things that are mentioned on their website is that this has a 3.8mm and 186GB newer, thinner, and lighter design. It also has the Qualcomm Snapdragon, which I believe is also on their previous design as well, along with a 360Hz touch rate and faster charging. Now, one of the benefits when it comes to the Redmagic phones is, again, the whole game space, which I'm going to show you throughout today's video. So as I've mentioned in all of my Redmagic phone reviews, the game space is my favorite thing. It's where you can customize your settings to your own likability, the ability to block incoming calls, texts, etc. I'd also like to apologize for the quality of today's video as I don't have access to my ordinary camera. Now, starting with the top left, you can change this from swipe mode to kind of like a cross mode. You can change it to grid mode. And last but not least, you have the ability to change the background. It's completely up to you. I prefer to stick to this by default, and you can stick, I think it's around about 5 different games inside of here, like the Pixel Gun 3D, Call of Duty, Fortnite, etc. Now, if you swipe right, there's a whole bunch of settings here, including aim assist, including manual record as well, so you're able to record in-game. Most of these settings are active when you are in-game. These are my favorite things: the ability to block incoming messages and to block incoming calls as well. So you don't have to deal with people bothering you. You can also customize it, being your GPU with WhatsApp, Discord, messages, etc. At the top, it's also got game enhance as well. Again, most of these settings are usable when you're in game. So we will play some games today. And again, you've got the recording option as well, the ability to record, pause, and stop in case you don't have any other recording software. You can do it built in with this device, which again is a massive selling point. There's so many different settings. You've got super snap, which I guess is that like a screenshot. There you go. You can, it's literally a screenshot. I'm not going to mess around with that because I got nowhere to send it right now. You've got charge, separation. Some of these settings are new, so I'm guessing they've updated the game space as well. So let's open Pixel Gun 3D. So here is the built-in aim assist settings. By default, it's just going to be like this. So you've got 5 different settings that you're able to mess around with. I would probably mess around with this, but check this out. You're able to actually change the size of this, which is absolutely huge, which is definitely going to give you an advantage. And of course, able to change the color. Probably stick to white, but I'm just going to do red for the sake of today's video. Now, I've noticed, though, that it's not exactly perfectly central. You see that? Which is kind of weird. So I'm going to try and, like, I don't know, shoot with the... yeah, so, maybe not absolutely perfect for this game. But you can clearly see that it's not perfectly central there. So that's an interesting one. Honestly, I would probably not have it on. But it's just a good setting that you're able to mess around with. I actually don't remember seeing this practice game on Pixel Gun 3D, so it's really, really weird. And then of course, if we swipe again, so we need to keep swiping, we do have up top shoulder triggers. You're able to set these on as well, so you've got on, left, sensitivity settings that you can mess around with them as well, vibrations on and off as well. So you'd have to combine these. So I'm using this one as move. So I could use the the left shoulder trigger to literally move. I mean, you don't have to use it for shooting, I guess. But overall, we'll just do accept for now. Overall, I'm super impressed with this phone. Again, it feels more like a phone rather than some kind of alien device. So I hope you enjoyed something a little bit different from me. Again, I apologize on the quality. I did not have access to my ordinary camera, so I made the best of a terrible situation. Regardless though, I'm super impressed with this. Like I said, they're definitely aiming to make this phone more of a phone rather than just a gaming device. Because you want to be able to ring people, you want to be able to take photos, and you still want to be able to game at the same time. If you did enjoy today's video, hit that like button. The links are down below. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.